Hey everybody, welcome to some AD2L Season 7 action. I'm your host, Bo2. Thanks for tuning in, either in-game or on Twitch. I appreciate the views and the support. These guys are burning through the picks and the bans now that I'm ready to start talking about them. But quickly, we've got Queen of Pain, Storm Spirit, Undying, and Spirit Breaker taken out in the first round. First pick was the Witch Doctor, followed up by the Dragon Knight Vengeful Spirit for diving in deep, and then Insane Valence. They picked up their Slardar. So, going for some physical damage coming up from them. They've got the amp damage as well as the Death Ward coming up from those two heroes. The Alchemist also banned out. Interesting that they chose to get rid of him. Find some plus or some more minus armor to go with what they already have. Shadow Demon taken out for diving deep, so getting rid of a good defensive support there nonetheless.
10 seconds to go.
Ivy is probably going to look to go for some more physical damage type heroes just based off of what they've got already. They're going to ban out the Silencer though. And then the Dazzle. So the We've already taken out as another thing I was thinking of. Diving deep. They've got a decent amount of minus armor themselves with the Vengeful Spirit and some really solid plus armor with the Dragon Knight. So we'll see which can come out ahead, whether it's the plus armor or the minus. But diving deep, they've got, I imagine their mid one support. They need their safe lane, their secondary support, and their off laner. I'm not sure which they're going to prioritize more for another support. They could easily go, they're going to go for their safe laner then. They're going to pick up the PL, someone who's very hard to lock down. He can get out of Sardar's amp damage very easily. His doppelganger does act like Manta style, allowing you to purge certain things. Not sure if amp damage, now that I say it, I'm not sure if it's one that is purgeable, but we'll find out shortly in the game. Unfortunately, that's not a mechanic I know off the top of my head. Having Doppelganger. PL, not a hero I play a whole lot of. Earthshaker gonna get picked up by IV. Some good solid support there. A decent amount of nuke as well when they're looking to go ahead and try and gank someone. Also just a classic cure for cancer in this case. But PL not being as cancerous as he once was. Moving into the final picks of this phase, again, diving deep, they need that secondary support or their offlaner here. If they want to go for an offlaner, they might want to consider something like a Centaur, allow them to engage, get on top of the Witch Doctor, get the stuns off, or maybe get up over the Earthshaker wall if he Centaur is able to get that Ag Scepter with the new upgrade. Maybe they'll look for something like that. They could also just go for maybe some more ranged heroes. They're kind of melee heavy right now, so maybe some ranged supports wouldn't be terrible. They could go with the Skywrath Mage, would be a good solid support with the Dragon Knight, allow a lot of burst damage with the Vengeful Spirit. Kind of a pretty solid combo there. Venge with the positioning abilities and the stun, Skywrath Mage with all the damage. DK also has a fair bit of lockdown, and so far they don't need a whole lot of AoE damage. They just need some single target lockdowns they can pick off heroes one by one. PL will be able to evade all the nukes coming out pretty easily. IV, as far as what they can go for, I wouldn't be surprised to see. I almost want to say a Necrophos, some good lockdown, some magical burst to get rid of the Dragon Knight, but at the same time it's kind of questionable. Just I'm not sure if Necro is that great of a hero right now. He's good on paper, but he never seems to perform well. I feel like a lot of people have a hard time pulling out the games pulling out what they need to do in a game with him. As far as this final pick, spending a lot of time on it, maybe a little bit concerned. They could go for a big AoE offlaner, maybe like a Tide Hunter or something like, or maybe run a Magnus in the offlane if they want to, get some good lockdown, some initiation jump. They've also got a Clockwork. I think would actually work really well up against Slardar. Be able to force him back, maybe mana burner so he can't get off the stuns, or just in general force him out of the lane and protect the Phantom Lancer. They're going to go for a Bristleback though, so they've got that in the bag. Tanky guy and fairly easy to deal with. Ember Spirit's going to be the final core pickup, I imagine. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know that the Earthshaker's a core. I want him to be, but that's just personal preference. They're going to be looking for the Ember Spirit to try and get whatever he can out of mid lane. He actually should be alright. Most of his damage coming out is in fact magical early. He doesn't do a whole lot with Sleight of Fist off the bat, just kind of uses it to get in there with the chains and then lets the Flame Guard and the Searing Chains do their work. So he should be able to lane fairly well up against the Dragon Knight. The final bans coming out are going to be the Gyrocopter and the Magnus. So I can understand the Magnus ban. You don't want to give Ember Spirit that free cleave, do a lot of damage to the PL, can seriously hinder him. As well as the Gyrocopter, the Flat Cannon, just in general being very tough to deal with for some of these switcher supports like Witch Doctor. Even though he's got that heal, his stats just aren't that great. And Ember Spirit is rather squishy himself, the physical damage, so cutting that out. Diving deep, they need that last support. I think a Lion would go really well, give them an easy way to get some solid lockdown on them. but they're gonna go greedy instead. They're gonna run the Enigma, so they're gonna be going for that jungle hero. He's gonna need to create a lot of space, or get a lot of space created for him early, and really look to get in there and get that early blink dagger mechanism, whatever, what have you. But the final pick is gonna be Timbersaw for IV, and it looks like we had a disconnect. I'm just gonna take a quick check here. Everybody's DC'd. Looks like they were just going ahead and doing the draft. They're going to. Looks like they're gonna remake. Okay, so. Hold on here, boys. I'll switch back to this overlay until we get everything sorted out. Disconnect from this one. Leave the game. And where are you? I do not see where he went. Come on, guys. Let's just try this. AD2L. Huh, well that's a little bit awkward. No one told me that they were going to be dropping out and remaking the lobby. Is it up yet? There we go. So hopefully everything will be loaded in shortly. I'm not going to cut the stream, but I will post a link to skip past all this in case you were wondering. And it looks like we should be underway. They'll just remake it as an all pick going for the respective heroes. So on the Dire side, we had the Witch Doctor, the Dazzle, Earthshaker, Ember Spirit, and Timbersaw. On the Radiant side, we had the, what do we have off the bat? Dragon Knight, Vengeful Spirit, Phantom Lancer, what was their offlaner? Bristleback, and Enigma. Testing myself a little bit there, trying to remember all 10 of those heroes for the respective teams, but we should have the game underway very shortly, which will be nice to have nonetheless. Unfortunately they forgot to remake it underneath the ticket, so it won't be showing up there. But you guys will just have to follow along on my Twitch stream. Hopefully anybody watching heard one of us and will be on Twitch shortly. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother mentioning that to them, but either way. Wallacey 670, that was not English at all. Those weren't even words. But nonetheless, we'll have to move on. Either way. 19 seconds till the game is going live, boys. Bear with me, please, as I'm trying to make filler. Move 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For those of you who were wondering what was going on, I'll let you know right now, is they only each team was short one person in the lobby, so the captain just went ahead and did the draft while they waited for the remaining players to get here, so then they just quickly remade with an all pick. Oh, there we go. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the teams. We've got DiD diving in deep on the Radiant side to start off this one. We've got Bristleback held by Cretan. The Enigma is going to be played by LL. We've got RPG, he's going to be playing the Vengeful Spirit. Marb? That is Marb, is going to be playing the Phantom Lancer. Reinhardt is going to be playing the Dragon Knight. Someone's saying YOLO, that would be the Enigma already. On the side of IV, we've got Pleasure Cow, sorry. He's going to be on the Slardar. Becco is going to be playing the Earthshaker Reno. On the Ember Spirit, we've got Seldrick. Timbersaw is going to be played by Av, or AV, and we've got Ix is going to be playing the Witch Doctor. So, right off the bat, it looks like pretty standard lanes coming from these guys, each with a somewhat defensive tri-lane, defensive dual lane with an Enigma jungle, Bristleback solo, and the DK mid. Speaking of the DK mid, he's got some serious swag going on here. That is a ballin' set, I do say so myself. But either way, up in the top lane, it should be pretty standard. Slardar should be able to get some decent farm. He actually started with a mango. interesting choice there. We've got a lot of regen right now, and kind of forgot what Iron Branches are for. He shouldn't have started with that fourth one, or third one, sorry. He should have waited and just picked up a circlet, but nonetheless, moving forward, I'm sure PL will be able to farm here up against the Timbersaw. But I think Timbersaw will be able to soak some experience. Avenge can't zone him out solo, but well, at least not until he gets a point in reactive armor, he can. But round's gonna be tough. Bristleback does have to be careful. He doesn't want to get Slithering Crush and then hit by a Maledict. I think if Witch Doctor gets 2 points in Maledict early, goes like 1-0-3. And then Earthshaker gets a fissure, they should be able to bring down the Bristleback, even with a couple points in his passive there. Bottom lane, still the Timbersaw being zoned out. Mid lane is going fairly well in favor of the Dragonite. Not too surprising, he's able to spam with the wave, and it looks like he's done so. He's already out of mana. Does he have enough for his bottle? He's about halfway there. He started with a Quelling Blade as well as a Ring of Protection and a Stout Shield. Interesting starting build coming up for him. He's trading blows with the Ember Spirit fairly well right off the bat. Let's see, Earthshaker's going to be rotating down, drops a ward, might look to get a fissure off on the DK, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Probably want to wait until level 3, and he's got that second point up in Flame Guard, gets a little bit of extra damage, lasts for significantly longer, or maybe at least a second point in Searing Chains. But nonetheless, moving up, back up to the top lane, got an early point coming out in Bash from the Slaughter. It looks like he wants that little bit of RNG when he's trading blows with the Bristleback. Right now, tail of the tape though is the Phantom Lancer getting all the farm in the world. He's sitting there at 11 in 10 last hits to denies. Poor Timbersaw, he's only got 1 CS right now, and he's only level 2. Whereas the Bristleback, we take a look at him, he's already level 3, and he's gotten, well, double the CS, I guess, the whopping 2. Oh my. And as I look away from the mid lane, Biko with an excellent rotation coming out, does manage to snag First Blood with the help of the Ember Spirit, getting level 3, going for that second point in Flame Guard, and they were able to chase down the Dragonite there. I didn't think that they'd be able to get it, or was a little unsure if they were going to go for it, but either way, Biko with a fantastic plays coming out. He's also got the Armadillo Companion, I'm sure that's half the reason. He's got another fissure up and running. He might be able to get a line going there. He's not going to go for it. They don't want to pursue. Just back moving a little bit too quick, but nonetheless. As we take a look at the remaining lane, the rest of the lanes, Enigma is doing quite well in the jungle, already level 3 at just short of 3 minutes. Going to find a bounty rune actually as well, going to help him out. He's got that soul ring, so we'll maybe look to see him come out of the jungle a little bit early, pressure a lane, or something along those lines. But either way, it's been a little bit rough. Back up top lane, Bristleback still getting good experience. He went for a point in Nasal Goo actually, so he's still very squishy. He doesn't have any points in Bristleback. Not sure if they know this yet, but they'll have to. I'm sure they'll find out one of these days. There is that point up in Maledict, so if they get one stun, they can follow it up with another, get a lot of extra damage coming out as well. Timbersaw seems to be catching up as well, trying to do what he can to harass. He finally has a point in reactive armor, so he's going to be able to take the harassment a lot better. He's going to go for a Timber Chain forward. Doesn't really connect on anybody. He's got to be a little bit careful though. He's going to take some damage, gets stunned up as well. Magic Missile coming out the Wave of Terror. He's going to try and trade blows. He doesn't get the kill just off the bat. Instead, he's going to be going down very close there, but unfortunately doesn't account for the Doppelganger. And the PL is going to get salved up. Vengeful Spirit also surviving, going to eat some tangos. And a little bit of a misplay coming out in the bottom lane, but see if they can, how much that hurts them and if they can recover. Saldrick is doing very well for himself in the mid lane, sitting at 18 and 8, doing it much better. Oh, jeez, in the top lane, the Bristleback getting a kill before he goes down onto the Witch Doctor. I didn't even see that starting, but it looks like maybe got in a little bit deep, took too many close sprays, and Bristleback was able to finish him off before going down. That looks like just a lot of close sprays. Vengeful Spirit dropping to the Timber Spawn. He's going to get the stun off. Gets away from Terror as well. Minus Armor is going to do a lot of damage. Got another Spirit Lance coming up in a moment. If he'd pursued, he might have been able to get that. But it's going to be the Enigma rotating around. He does have 3 points up in Malefice. If he can get in range, unfortunately, he won't be able to find him just yet. Timbersaw does not have a TP, so he's going to get stunned up one way or the other. Goes for the Timber Chain off, but the Malefice is there, and now he's going to be in a little trouble. Might be able to finish off the Enigma, but not going to be able to as the Spirit Lance goes and finishes him off. Reactive Armor not helping at all up against the magical damage coming out from the PL. Top lane, how's Slardar doing? He's got 20 CS, 1000 gold, so he's going to be looking for that early Blink Dagger, I'm sure. Maybe look to go ahead and get some work done, but we'll have to see. Seldrick still farming up in the mid lane. Curious what he goes for. He's got his Aquila. Probably phase boots next, I would imagine. DK, how's he doing? He hasn't got a whole lot of anything, actually. Poor guy. He's finished off his bottle, and that's about all he's gotten so far. And we'll see if he's able to make anything happen or what he's going to go for. I imagine Silver Edge is probably the choice, but not the easiest item to get to if you're not getting any farm, getting completely shut down like this. He's actually level 4, so he's doing quite well. He's already got boots. He's probably gonna. I'm curious if he's gonna look for that early blink dagger or if he's gonna go for mana boots right off the bat. Let him spam out some more fissures. I imagine he probably wants the mana boots. That way he can actually use fissure and echo slam in a fight at the same time. But we'll have to wait and see here. Bristleback's gonna do his best to clean up some of these ancient, or not the ancient, sorry, this large camp. But it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Neutral Spirit. So we're down mid, spawns out the Ember Spirit, rotating around with a haste rune. Didn't see what was bottom. Maybe Enigma picked it up. Doesn't look like that was the case. No, it was a DD picked up by the Dragon Knight. Enigma did pop a tango. He's got the new Immortal. It's actually gonna be a stun. Oh, nicely dodged by Seldrick. He's gonna have to get out of there. Remnant away. No, he's not. The black hole is gonna come out. Man, does that look cool! But unfortunately, it doesn't look cool for the Ember Spirit. He's gonna go down in a very fancy black hole. LL, dropping the mad monies on that World Chasm artifact. Jeez. But nonetheless, unfortunately, Ember Spirit's not going to be too happy with that one. Seldrick, he's going to be a little bit sad. But moving forward from there, we're going to see Reinhardt. He's going to be looking to push down this mid tower. Nonetheless, Seldrick. What's he doing? He's got the one blade of attack, and he's going to be working towards that other one. They're a little bit cheaper now, so not as hard to work up to. Sorry for the beeping in the background. Just some stuff coming from the oven. I imagine it's the smoke detector going off. That's how you know the roommates are cooking. But no worries here. And AV, is he going to get rotated around on? We've got the Vengeful Spirit. She's just going to drop an Obs Ward. I imagine wonder when we'll see this Enigma rotate next. Both times she's rotated, it's been resulted in kills. He's also got 2,000 gold in the bank. Oh man, not paying attention to the top of the map. Bristleback is going to get picked off once again. Maledict being used along with... doesn't look like it was a fissure. It looks like just the Maledict and the app damage able to bring him down. Doesn't take anyone with him this time. I was a little bit curious. Oh, in the mid lane, they're going to see the two mid laners queuing up against each other. The Flame Guard doing a lot of work up against this Dragon Knight. Remnant forward, he's going to get a little more, one more auto attack. He's going to be able to get him, but now the first back here, he's going to be taking a lot of damage. The Searing Chains do connect. What's the Courier doing there? They got to upgrade that. 8 minutes in, and they didn't have the Crow upgraded just yet, and unfortunately it's going to drop. Now Seldrick's in a little bit of a problem. He doesn't have any mana left. Bristleback is very strong at the moment. One more Quill Spray. Oh, Blink's done. But it procs a Quill Spray, and now he goes down, but the amp damage is going to be enough that they bring him down. And that first reveal of the Blink Dagger at least gets a kill, was able to sprint all the way down there and help out, but they did lose their mid laner. So far, pretty even game. Take a look at the net worth. Phantom Lancer, surprisingly, is leading just due to sheer CS. He does also have a kill to his name, but doing pretty good. 53 CS at 9 minutes. Then it's the mid laner, or the Radiant, the Seldrick on that Ember. When the Courier respawns, he'll have his phase boots at least, and then we're going to see Slardar sitting third at 3,500 gold. Should be able to trade fairly effectively with the Dragon Knight. He's got quite a bit of minus armor to go through him already. Would put him down at only +1 armor, which is not something you want. Timbersaw, he's going to go down. He does get a chalk him up, but the Ember Spirit's going to look to clean him up. He gets the Enigma. Can he get it? Make it a double? He's not going to be able to just yet. Oh, so close, but she goes down to the creeps. And on the backside of that, the PL is going to drop. I don't think Slardar is going to make it there. Blink Crush, not going to happen. No, he's going to try for it. He's going to poke his nose around, but not going to be able to find anybody. So, a little bit unfortunate. But a 2-for-2 exchange in the bottom lane. And I think the mid laner for the Enigma and the Venge, probably not worth it, considering the PL did make it out of there alive. And he's the one you got to worry about. But it was 2 kills worth of gold going the way of the Ember Spirit. So at least he's got that going for him. Vengeful Spirit now, though, does pick up that medallion, so Roche is now easily an option with all the minus armor they've got coming out, as well as Timbersaw is going to be very squishy. Even with points in reactive armor, it's not going to be the easiest of things to deal with. Up on the top lane, we've got a bit of engagement coming out here. Bristleback, he's going to be looking to go down. Echo Slam comes out from Beko, and that's going to keep himself alive and bring down the Bristleback. One more Quill, and he probably would have dropped there, but nicely done between him and the two supports, doing a good job. But Maladin comes out, he's trying to get a cask off, but he's going to be going down before he can. Good rotation coming out from LL, and doesn't use Black Hole smartly. Instead, he's actually got a Blink Dagger up and running, so he can look to maybe take a little bit of a bigger engagement. They're going to look for the PL, though. Didn't see if he was able to purge off. Oh, swapped back from the Slardar. He's going to get a crush off that does a lot of damage. He gets a bash as well. Timbersaw should be able to get the kill. He calls back the Chakram. Now he's going to eat a Spirit Lance. Maybe looking to re-engage with this Slardar. He's got enough mana. He can turn it if he wants to. Blink, he gets the crush off. He's going to spot out the real, but now they got to be very careful. The Bristleback is coming in. Slardar is too fast to deal with, though. Not going to be able to get the kill. He's going to have to back off. Full Spray actually canceling the Blink Dagger. He's going to go for the crush. Nope, not going to go for the bash. Instead, he's going to blink away smartly. He does have a couple of stick charges. The Witch Doctor is going to drop the Death Ward after the minus armor and the Maledict, doing an insane amount of damage, able to bring him down even from behind. Well done. Nice rotation coming out from the Dire. And the Radiant, they needed that Enigma to rotate down here. He's a lot of their farm right now. If you take a look at the net worth, he's 4th overall, just behind the Slardar, but he was not in that fight. Instead, he had already used Black Hole. I didn't see when he used Black Hole. A little curious. Hopefully he didn't miscast it or something like that. It's a long cooldown and not something you want to waste. Seldrick's going to be picking up the Void Stone, so he's got the one Quelling Blade and he's got a Void Stone on the way, so he's got the first Perseverance for his first Battle Fury. He's about a little under halfway there, about a third of the way there, I would say. And he's going to be actually, I guess a little bit over, but regardless, he's going to be fairly happy with how his farm is going. 12 minutes is not terrible for that, considering he already picked up an Aquila. Hey, they got the courier upgraded. The War Dog is no longer walking, it's now flying, which is always a good thing. What do we got? Echo, he's got his Blink Dagger now too. 24 seconds left on Echo Slam. They could look to burst down this Phantom Lancer. Do they have any points? They've only got the 1 point in Aftershock, so it's not really enough to chain everything together. They can go in Echo and then maybe get a Fissure off, but it's going to be pretty close. They'll need to get that Slithering Crush in there in between as well. We'll have to see. Slardar's getting a little bit antsy, maybe thinking about going in. Echo, not going to be spotted out. CPL's got to know. He's going to go for the Crush. Fissure to follow up. There it is, and no Echo needed at all. Very nicely done. The Timbersaw's going to chain through. He's going to get hit with the Malefice, and they're going to be able to bring him down. He's going to Timber Chain forward. He's going to get stunned one more time. No, he's not, but they bring him down anyway. Enigma with one last right click, able to finish him off. Now it's Beko on the backside. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's got Echo Slap. No, he casts a Fissure, doesn't have the mana. Slardar blinks and gets a Crush off. Now going to sprint away, and with that buying just enough time for the Slardar, for the Bristleback to get out, or sorry, the Earthshaker to get out of there, but I think it's going to cost the Slardar his life. One more auto attack coming out. This Nasal Goo, and going forward from the Enigma, one more right click. So a good fight across the board going their way. 3 for 1 in favor of diving in deep. They did lose the Ember Spirit. I guess he dropped solo to the Dragonite, was able to bring him down. A little bit curious considering the Ember Spirit's got a bit more farm, but I guess it doesn't really make him that much tankier. Just gives him a little bit of extra damage. And unless you're going to be losing their mid-tower, Dragonite should be able to finish off that one, and indeed he does. Enigma gets another kill. This guy is dominating on Enigma, and it's not something you see all the time. So they picked a jungler, able to get a lot of farm very early, and doing a fantastic job of it. Now he's got a Headdress and Arcane Boots. He's probably going to be looking to finish off those Guardian Greaves as soon as he can. And he didn't go Midas at all, so all the items he has right now are very effective. They're not investments later, they're fight now, active now kinds of items. And he's going to start getting a little bit tough to deal with here. He's got a Black Hole. Unfortunately, he won't have mana for it unless he pops the Soul Ring before he looks to go in. Slardar is going to be taking a lot of damage up from the Bristleback. He was trying to trade as best he can. They make some more Eidolons, and this is going to be an easy kill going their way. Bristleback able to pick him off. And LL is INVP for the game so far. He's doing a fantastic job of just providing space and letting this PL get some more farm. He's almost got a Diffusal Blade. He just needs the 700 for the recipe and 450 for the robe, and he'll have it. But Seldrick's going to come down here and see if he can contest him. He's going to get the chains off, do a little bit of damage here. He's going to eat us one Spirit Lance. Not sure if this is something they want to do. If they want to contest this top lane, there's a Dragon Knight on it already, and as well as 6 Eidolons. This is not going to be defended. Maybe they look to try and rotate bottom, get a counter kill of some sort, or at least a counter tower. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. We'll have to see. There's not TPing top. We've got Timbersaw coming up here, so maybe looking to engage. He's got the Chakram to throw out, but he's got to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to get hit by a Dragon Tail. Would be death for him. We've got a Blink Echo potentially coming out. Blink Slithering Crush does come out. No Echo just yet. Fortunately, he doesn't have mana. The Black Hole is going to connect onto 3 though, and that's going to be easy kills going their way. The Swamp from the Vengeful Spirit actually going to bring the Witch Doctor further into them, but the Maledict might be enough to bring down the Dragon Knight. Indeed, it is. They end up trading 4 for 2, sorry. But that Black Hole coming in from LL was fantastic, landing on all 3 of them and making the fight a lot easy, very easy for them indeed. Bottom lane, oh man, the Ember Spirit going down, almost able to get Marb, but not quite able to. RPG was there with the assist. And now it's Enigma. He's forcing up this top tower all by himself. He's got his Blink Dagger up and ready whenever somebody respawns if he needs to. But he's a couple more right clicks and he should be able to bring it down. He's actually been taking a fair bit of tower damage. He blinks it. Starters, Slithering Crush. Oh, he's going to manage to find him. If he can bring him down, this would be huge. He needs a bash though. He's not going to be able to find him. Actually, he should be able to chase him down. One more swat and there it is. That's a lot of gold going the way of the Slardar. Ledger Cow is going to be very happy with that indeed. Well, we'll see how much that one kill is a gold swing. It's going to be just shy of 1400 experience and 1000 gold swing in favor of the Radiant. Vengeful Spirit's going to get off. Oh, Timber Chain forward. Never mind. Easy kill coming out for AV. Able to bring down that Venge. Unfortunately, she didn't have a wand off cooldown. But nonetheless, mid lane we might see some contests coming out here. It's unfortunate that in the previous fight, Biko didn't have his Echo Slam mana for his Echo, otherwise they would have been able to turn that. There was a pretty good Death Ward coming out from the Witch Doctor, a very high point in Maledict as well. Jay's build, only the 1 point in his Druid Restoration.
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
Zeldrick, he's doing his best right now, trying to push down this top tower. He's just 200 gold away from, well, 300 gold away from the Claymore, just shy of 100 gold away from the Broadsword, whichever he wants to get first. But they got to be careful. They're pinging it out. They know that they're coming down here. They should rightly micro the courier away. They're going to go ahead and get a Spirit Land. He does not have his Diffusal just yet. Nicely done. He dodges the String Chains. The Echo Sign comes out as well. Does decent damage, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to be enough. Echo, he's going to go... Oh no, he survives for now. They get the Ember Spirit instead though. Probably the bigger kill overall. They're going to look to push this tower now. Basically it's going to be a 4 or 5 on 3 if they choose to make a play on the tower. On the back side, though, Bristleback, he's invised up, spots up the Slardar. They see each other with the Dragon Tail stun. It's not going to come out, actually. Wave of Terror. Not going to look to engage. Instead, they're just going to pressure the tower with the Eidolons as well as the Phantom Illusions. What it would give for an Earthshaker with an active stun right now. Unfortunately, it's on cooldown for 100 seconds. Blink forward, and Malefice as well coming out. That's an easy kill on the Timbersaw. 8 seconds left on Black Hole. A couple seconds left on his Blink Dagger as well. They can look forward. They can look to take this fight. Echo and Pleasure Cow, they have to be very careful here. They should probably just back up. There's one more TPing in. They're going to try and bait this out. Enigma, he has enough mana. If he had stuck around, the opportunity was there. Unfortunately, they didn't go. Now he's going to go for it. He gets a Black Hole in two. It should be enough to win this fight. Unfortunately, the Fission's going to come forward. There's no Echo Slam, but they're going to go forward, getting an Enchant Totem. On the backside of it, though, Marb, he's going to be still alive. He goes down to the Maledict. So far, it's a 4 for 1. Make that a 5 for 1 in favor of diving in deep. True to their name, they go hard in the paint and manage to bring them all down, coming out ahead of that, putting the score at 25-7 in favor of your Radiant lineup. And unfortunately, IV just getting a little bit outplayed by LL here. Doesn't seem to be... Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot they can do about it at this point. They're behind so many gold and experience so early on. 19 minutes into this game, there's already just shy of a 10k gold and experience lead, as well as a Solar Crest of all things on this Vengeful Spirit. They will not be able to bring down this Dragon Knight, even with all the minus armor they have at their disposal. And the Bristleback pick working out quite well. He's died a handful of times, but he's been able to sit in the front line and be that damage sponge, take all the damage draw all the attention towards him and help keep the other people alive, and forces them to not think about the Enigma, and unfortunately that's when you end up balling up like you saw there, and well, sometimes there's just not a whole lot you can do about it. Dragon Knight's got an Invis rune. He actually went for a helmet with the Dominator, interestingly, not opting for a Shadow Blade or a Silver Edge or anything like that. But we'll see if he's able to make this happen. He's got a couple of seconds left on his Cross of Breath, probably about 15 seconds left, and maybe he'll be able to track down this Earthshaker. Maybe not. Actually, on the bottom side, it might be LL going down. AV, nope, nice swap coming out. Oh, the Timber Chain just misses. Unfortunately, due to the swap there, breaking down those trees. So they're going to look to go back in. Starter tries to re-engage. He gets... Oh, Guardian Greaves coming out from the Enigma. I didn't even see he had those ready. Another Timber Chain just missing, unfortunately. And he's going to be going down. That one's going to cost him his life. Bristleback's looking to pursue the Slaughter. He's able to blink away, though. Witch Doctor's still alive. He's got Maledict up in a moment here, but he's going to go down to a close spray. Another Stomp coming out, but... 3-0 around the Dire Secret Shop, and unfortunately they cannot fight this line. If the Guardian Greaves keeping Enigma alive, just giving him too much armor and regen when he's that low, and keep giving his team the extra health and sustainability they need. And they're just so scrappy. There's not a lot they can do. They don't rely on any long cooldowns. The longest one is Black Hole, but they've been able to take some of these engagements very easily with without Black Hole, even when it was off cooldown. They just deciding not to use it, instead saving it for a better opportunity, and able to do a very good job at that. We did see a Maelstrom coming out from the Dragon Knight. This is a very old build, giving him that extra little bit of farming speed and extra damage coming out here. Normally you don't see this too often anymore. It's all about the initiation factor with him, using that Dragon Tail stun as best he can, trying to just lock somebody down for the rest of his team to get the kill. Who's going to get this tower? Dragon Knight was able to get it through backdoor protection, but now it's Seldrick. What's he doing up here? There's a TP coming through. He's going to get stunned up right away, though. Dragon Knight's going to pop his ulti. Fisher's going to come through. He's got an Echo Slam if he wants to use it. He's going to go for it. He gets it on 3. Nicely done. He gets the secondary stun onto the Vengeful Spirit, and they bring her down. Looking for the Bristleback. They do get his Aegis as well as the Dragon Knight. They get him another time. The Slaughter's got to be very careful. He's got to pop the stun and blink away. Unfortunately, he drops the Quill Spray. Can they bring down this raid boss of a Bristleback? He's got to turn around and get the back to them. Unfortunately, gets hit by the Coconut. He's got 15-1, 16-1 charges. Can they bring him down? He's starting to do a lot of damage. The Quill Sprays are starting to add up. The Maledictus is going to come out. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get him. He pops his Quill Spray. Enigma comes in, gets a nice Black Hole off. Unfortunately, it only connects to 1, but it's enough to bring down the Witch Doctor. We've got the Seldrick coming back through on the Ember Spirit. He's looking for more. Can they get him? They do. Make that a double kill for Creighton, and a very, very strong performance on the Bristleback. Proving just how tanky he can be. Crimson Guard and a Magic Wand ready to go. He's also got his Eul Scepter so he can dodge some of those late Maledict ticks. And I fear this is going to be reaching high ground for the Radiant team. They're well, for the Radiant team, I guess, it would be the ones in fear, but they've got not a whole lot left in the bank, as far as it were. They can go in for another Blink Crush, but at the same time, oh, Enigma's going to blink away. Now they can't really go. He's probably the one they're looking for. We're going to have a TP coming in from the Witch Doctor. He doesn't have Death Ward, but he does have a Coconut. He's going to toss it out. It's going to bounce around. Gets on the real Phantom Lancer, but bounces the Enigma too far away. Now the Slaughter, he's going to be the one in trouble. He's trying to figure out which one's the real one. Instead, he's just going to turn on the Enigma. Solar Crest on him, so now he's got that mischance. He's going to get brought down by Vengeful Spirit Sun. Witch Doctor pops the Glimmer Cape and his Death Ward. Trying to do his best to channel it, but that's going to wear off. He gets swapped out after a sentry was dropped. 2 of them coming down, actually, and they lose the Earthshaker on the backside. Another Timber Chop coming through. Ember Spirit doing quite a bit of damage to that Sleight of Fist. He's got 1 Battle Fury up and running. He gets stunned up, though. Vengeful Spirit doing what she can. Gonna try and bring it down. Oh, no, that's Bristleback just hits too hard. That Warpath stacks doing an immense amount of damage. They should be able to turn this and make this a lane of racks in their favor, and all that was without their Dragon Knight. The whole time, this guy's just been sitting bottom, pushing the lane. That entire engagement started off the Aegis respawn of the Bristleback, and lasted for a good 3 or 4 minutes there. This is unfortunately going to be Ivy's first set of racks going down. We'll see if they can hold back. Oh, almost getting the Vengeful Spirit there, but not quite. Saw is going to go down, though. Bristleback getting that final blow, and she is now beyond godlike. Take a look at the net worth chart. It is not great, as you can see. 12k, 11, 11, 10, and those are all on the Radiant side. And then 1 Dire side, the Vengeful Spirit. We take a look at the team's net worth. It's over 20k gold lead and 20,000 experience, as Dragon Knight ends up dying in the base. Looks like he dove a little bit deep here, Amp damage, maybe not something to take too lightly. Witch Doctor is fairly low. Maybe getting in there with a Maledict kill as well. Sometimes it can do a lot more damage than you're ready for. PL is going to go ahead and pick up his Manta style. He's only got, well, it's only died twice. The guy is 9-2 and 9. Excellent performance on him. He's got a Morbid Mask now, so maybe looking for a Vlad or maybe looking for a Satanic or something like that. A little bit more health and survivability. We're going to have a Desperation Smoke coming out from IX here. He's going to try and rally his team around him. Look for that Smoke Gank to change things back. We'll see if he can do it. Fortunately, Roshan's going to be down for, well, at least another 2 minutes here. But might be the Ember Spirit, the one going down. Venture Spirit's there with level 2 Swamp. It's on cooldown though. Force Staff's up and ready. He's going to get the stun off. There's the Spirit Lance. Oh, Ember Spirit able to zip away. Fortunately, they don't have any silence to lock him down permanently. They weren't able to burst him in time. Shadowblade's going to finally get picked up by the Dragon Knight. Oh, Smoke Pop just outside the base. The Enigma Illusions are going to go ahead to the tower. Not sure if they were spotted out, but either way, maybe we'll look to see some sort of rotation like that. But let's see, IX just going on a warding mission. Maybe an IX, or sorry, a Fluff and Stuff Smoke for the solo ward. Letterfist coming out. Not doing a whole lot. This guy, he really needs to get a Chrysalis. If he can get that, maybe get some crits coming off, maybe do a little bit more damage, at least clear the wave out a little bit quicker. Becco's going to do his best to block the creep wave. Timbersawn's going to toss out the Chakram. Force step forward, and then a swap, but the blink coming up from Pleasure Pro, very nicely done. And Coconut's going to fly through. Chains do connect on 2. So far, IX, you got to get back in the base, buddy. You're in a risky situation here. Gotta deal with the creeps coming into the top lane though. It's a little bit unfortunate now. He's gonna go up and reach high ground. He's got the Solar Crest on him, but he's also got the amp damage. Flightifist coming through, doing a little bit of damage. They're gonna slowly bring down the tower. Timbersaw is gonna chain forward, gets a nice shot from up. Starter blinks in. Big Echo Slam camera from Biko though. That connects on 4. That's gonna be a 5-man wipe outside the base. IV making the high ground defense when they need to. And Biko with the plays. Well done indeed coming up from him. And the hashtag Wombo, well played coming out from LL. Indeed, that's going to be a huge gold swing in experience swing. 12,000 gold, just shy of 10k gold. Sorry, 12,000 experience, just shy of 10k gold in favor of the Dire. They're going to now look to try and get another tower in their favor while everybody is down. What an Echo Slam. Those are the kind you dream of, and that's going to be so much gold and experience going their way. Off the back of that, Timbersaw actually picks up an Octarine Core. Interesting, reducing the cooldown on all his spells, as well as giving him a little bit of lifesteal off his magic damage. So we'll see if he can maybe make that work. Sondar, he can now finish up that BKB. I imagine Ember Spirit, he's going to go for that second Battle Fury, opting for this assured damage rather than the hopeful. They're going to maybe pressure this tower. They can do some damage to it. I don't think they'll be able to bring it down, but they can get it probably about a quarter, maybe half, before they should back out. We'll see them back off. It's unfortunate that Roshan was not up, otherwise they would have had an excellent opportunity to go take it, and I'm sure that Biko checked that, but we'll see if they can do that. Either way. Let's see what the net and look at that drop from that one team fight. It's a good thing they adjusted the golden experience swings from team net worth. Otherwise, that would have been probably would have been 5k in favor of the Dire lineup. But instead, it's just a heavy swing, and as right it should be. That was a very clean engagement, an excellent fight. They can do it again in 24 seconds. Echo Slam will be off cooldown shortly. They've got almost a second Battle Fury. Half of it picked up. Unfortunately, just shy of that Claymore. Unless he already had it. No, he didn't. But Starter is going to pick up his BKB, so he's got that. He's ready for this fight. He can go in. Doesn't have to worry about the Vengeful Spirit stuns or a lot of the damage coming out from the Phantom Lancer, Spirit Lancer, the Enigma Mallet. I guess that goes through Magic Immunity, but the stuns and stuff coming out at least will be there. It's still the swap strike, and it's going to actually pop his Shadow Blade and walk up to the high ground. Sure, it's continuing to slide through. He's going to get a stun off on the Starter, but they're going to be able to burst him down. He pops his BKB, he goes in, he gets the one stomp up. He's going to try and make it out of there. So far, it looks like he should be able to live, if only just. He's going to make it out. Now they're looking to go forward. They get a decent Echo Slam off. It wasn't as good before, but the Black Hole is going to look to turn things around. Witch Doctor doing what he can, but unfortunately, it's going to be AV. He's not going to be able to make it just yet. That said, the heal from the Octarine Core doing some decent work there. He's staying alive for now, and he's much harder to bring down than you think. He gets a triple kill onto the Bristleback. So far, it's 4 down, only losing the Ember Spirit. And now they're going to be able to get the Vengeful Spirit. One more swipe from Pleasure Crow. Excellent job there. Killing spree for him. And another 5-man wipe and the high ground hold coming out when it matters from Ivy. They're not willing to let this game go just yet. Unfortunately, though, they did lose their Ember Spirit, but their Slaughter stayed alive throughout that, as well as a lot more golden experience going their way, just overall in general. Timbersaw, he's got the Courier going somewhere. Enigma Immortal too strong. Can't see chalk from. That's funny. Pay to win. Oh, at least they're having fun with it. That was an excellent team fight coming out from Ivy, though. Maybe the all chat is real though with these teams. It's all good fun though. Neither of them seem too salty. But we'll see what Slardar wants to do with this Invisor. Is he gonna look for a pick off? Make that. And we'll also see what Bika wants to do with this 2,500 gold. He's gonna force staff out of there. Blink as well. Maybe they can look to take another engagement. They're picking out Roshan. I'm not sure if they want to take this fight outside their base, especially with Echo Slam on off cooldown, or on cooldown. Sorry, still for another 30-some seconds.
I'll take that.
But maybe they can manage it if they can sneak this Roshan. They have a lineup that can do it very quickly. They've got that amp damage, the end all be all of doing Roshan. Just gotta break his Lincolns with it once, and then they should be able to bring it down. Oh man, and off the back of that, Witch Doctor picks up an Ag Scepter. He's level 16 now with his Ag's ulti. That's going to be doing an absurd amount of damage. Slardar, he's going to see them coming up. He's got his stun. He's going to drop it. Witch Doctor's just got his Ags. He's going to throw with the coconut. He can get off his Liver Cape. No, he's going to get first down before he can pop his ulti. Very unfortunate going out there. He's the first one to fall on the backside. They do bring down the Enigma. Slardar very low. He should be able to blink away just in time. And it looks like he's going to be okay on the backside though. 1 for 1 all in all. Both teams losing a big team fight hero. And now Sword getting destroyed. Timbersaw, he might be okay up here. I'm not sure if they know where he's at. They probably think he's already headed out. But nonetheless, they're gonna pop the Lincolns. I think they should be able to vision. Oh, they ping him out. They're gonna toss the Spirit Lance up there. He's gonna force staff forward. He's got a Timber Chain if he needs to use it. Another force staff coming out with the Vengeful Spirit stun is gonna connect. Are they gonna look to fight this? No, he's gonna Timber Chain to the high ground and Radiant. They're gonna back out of the Roshan pit. Not something we want to deal with. Crocken going into the pit. And reveal Roshan that they're no longer in there. String Chains does connect. He's going to get Yule's up. Does he have a Remnant out? He should have one. He does. It's not very far away though. He's going to get hit again. He doesn't have another Remnant off cooldown. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. But another big Echo Slam coming out that brings him low. He brings down one. So far, the Dragon Knight first to fall in this engagement. Now they're looking for the Bristleback, not going to be able to get him. They're going to turn their eyes instead to the Vengeful Spirit. Another Slardar Crush coming out. They're doing what they can. One more Bash comes out and they get a double kill going the way of AV. Now maybe they look to go and claim the Roshan. Gotta back up though, they gotta protect their towers. Doing an unfortunate amount of damage here, but they'll be able to bring him down. And that's a Lotus Orb now coming out for the Timbersaw. So a lot of new items being tried out on this guy. And I, for one, I'm a huge fan. I love seeing Lotus Orb. I've made the mistake of casting a couple spells on it. So maybe he goes in with Lotus Orb on, can reflect some decent stuff. He'll reflect the Spirit Lance. I'm not sure how reflecting swap works, but he'll reflect the Magic Missile, Dragon Tail, maybe some Nasal Goo, different things like that. Maybe reflect Malefice. That would actually be pretty solid as well. But it functions the same way as Lincoln Sphere does for all intents and purposes. And all in all, it's a very interesting item. I'm curious as to why he hasn't gone for anything in particular. And now this is a big item. We're actually going to get an Ag Scepter coming out from the Earthshaker, so giving him a lot more health and survivability, as well as giving him that Echo Slam, so each hero echoes twice, doubling the damage damage potential from it. And, well, let's see how it's able to do. They're not confident enough to go for Roshan. I think they could have done it there after taking that fight. They had their Witch Doctor taking out the creeps in the top lane. They had 3 down, but instead they're going to play it safe, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing at all. Where is Seldric's broadsword? Sorry, not the broadsword, the claymore for his second Battle Fury. Not sure why the words have escaped me all of a sudden, but anyway, moving on to the backside, Marb, he's going to head back into the Roshan pit, going to start doing some damage to it. And the Minus Armor is going to be there. They got a Solar Crest as well, so Roshan's going to be dropping very quick. I think they've got a pretty good idea that it's going to be going on. I'm sure he's going to Sleight of Fist through. He knows that's happening. He's got a couple of Remnants. He's going to pop one out. Can he go dive into the pit? He's going to Remnant through. Timbersaw's going to throw with the Chakram, but they want to take this fight. Earthshaker's nowhere near, unfortunately, but they do get a crush onto the Enigma. They spot him out. Can they bring him down? They should be able to. They do. He's going to be the first one to fall in this fight. Now it's Timbersaw. He's got his offering his Lotus Orb going, and he's doing a lot of damage. The Octarine Core helping out a lot as far as the cooldown on his spells. Look for another Crush coming out, but not going to be able to connect. So a bit of a disjointed engagement, but they do manage to get the Aegis onto the PL. Unfortunately, they lose their Enigma and their Vengeful Spirit. The Dire, they're going to have to back off and defend their top lane. And, well, look at him, he's just full health. Octarine Core doing some serious work there, as well as helping with that cooldown. 3-second Timber Chain, man. Does he have anything on the courier? Oh, that's going to be it. Slardar, his next item, he's got a Shadow Blade now. Probably going to look for something along the lines of a finishing off that Silver Edge. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. Decent amount of damage coming out there, as well as helping him initiate. So you can go in Silver Edge, Crush, get the amp damage off, and then, or Blink, Crush, amp damage, Silver Edge, hit. However he wants to do it. But mid lane though, they're going to look to push, and this is an Ember Spirit. He's sitting very far forward. He does have a Remnant out. He's going to zip away before anything happens, and I think he finished off. Yes, he did. He finally finished off that second Battle Fury. So now the damage potential from him is much higher, and whenever you can get that Chrysalis, needs that 2100 gold, you should be able to do it. Meanwhile though, Enigma has not been idle. He's farmed up his Refresher Orbit. He's going to be ready to go. He's going to want to be able to get down those double sun black holes. We'll see if he is able to. So far in the last couple fights, he hasn't been able to get off a decent one. Just too much stun coming out from the Earthshaker and the Slardar, as well as the Coconut from the Witch Doctor, keeping him locked down and unable to get off a decent one. Or if he does, the Fissure is always on point, able to cancel those. Oh, we'll see what Bo2 wants to do, what he wants to transfer into. He does a fair bit of damage though. I'd be surprised if maybe he goes for a Pressure Orb of his own. He's got the mana to use Double Echo if he needs to, but not Double Fissure, unless he gets mana boots or something like that. We'll see where he wants to go. But it is going to be a Silver Edge picked up for the Slardar, so he can multiple ways of initiation there, or he can get out. I don't believe they're actively carrying detection on them. Well, Vengeful Spirit does have a set of sentries, but that's about it. And you can always run out of those. So if he's sprinted with Silver Edge active, you should be moving at maximum movement speed. Oh, Enigma. Is he trapped in here? No, he's not. He's just baiting with the Bristleback, I guess. But either way, this Silver Edge is going to help out immensely, as it does counteract the Bristleback passive as well. I believe it also shuts down Warpath. We'll see it here in a moment. He's going to go for the hit, and he gets the Crush off. He also got a Bash right off the bat as well, doing a fair bit of damage. He's going to pop his BKB, and he's going to get out of there. So it doesn't want to engage on both of them, but now he's looking to turn around. They've got vision of him. They know where he's at with the Restorating. They're going to be rotating through. As well as the Dire, there's looking to be a decent engagement here. We need to... Witch Doctor, he's got to be careful. Doesn't want to be initiated on here. Enigma can blink forward or long range Vengeful Spirit swap. Fortunately, he's just out of range. They ping him out though. Blink Malefice 4-step forward. He's going to pop the Glimmer Cloak. Sentry does come down. Stun's going to land. Timbersaw's moving through. We've got... Where's Bo2 though? He's coming in from the backside. He's going to be looking for another big Echo Slam. Enigma, maybe a little bit far forward. Fissure doesn't come out. There's the Death Ward coming out, doing a lot of damage. Enigma's going to drop down to the Maledict. Slardar, he's going to fall on the backside though, getting cleaned up. Echo Slam comes through and does an insane amount of damage, but unfortunately it's not enough to bring anyone down. Ember Spirit's going to slide through, and that's going to be enough to start finishing people off. Bristleback down. That's all 5 down. And the Aegis. Marb, he's going to get hit with the Maledict. He's going to try, and oh, it lands. Somehow it connects with him, and he's going to be in a tough place. Oh, that poor guy. The Malefice coming off, doing a lot of damage here, and the Lotus Orb apparently doing a little bit of work here. So another 5-for-1 engagement going their way, and I imagine the net worth and the experience has to be in their favor by now. As you can see, this graph is just a mountain in favor of the Dire, all the way up and then all the way back down for them. So we'll see what Selgic wants to go for. I imagine it'll be that Chrysalis. Earthshaker, he can go whatever he wants. I wouldn't be surprised to see Boots of Travel coming out on him, just make him a little bit more mobile, get to these engagements and whatnot, but he's going to need something. Bottom lane, Timbersaw is trying to do his best to push out. He's got a plate mail, so he's going to be looking for that Shiva's Guard. Slardar, unfortunately, dying at the beginning of the engagement. Didn't get the full benefits of it, but nonetheless, his team's doing alright. Let's see. They should be able to bring down this tower, yeah. Earthshaker actually pretty good at pushing towers, doing a lot of damage to that enchant totem. I'm not sure if this high ground is something they want there. They're going to blink out. Does he have a remnant out? I hope he does. Oh, Black Hole's actually going to go and catch him. Earthshaker's trying to turn around, but I don't think they're going to be able to bring him down. He's going to remnant away, and that is a Black Hole down. and they accomplish nothing with it.
Radiant's bottom
They're gonna
tower
have to
seen
pop, they
better
should pop the
days.
refresher right now, so they've got one, and they can at least keep the cooldown somewhat synced up. But instead, they're just gonna move forward. Not gonna worry about it. But either way, Ember Spirit, he's got 3,200 gold in the bank, probably saving for buyback as well. Very smart at this point in the game. Earthshaker as well, saving for that buyback. Timbersaw picks up Boots of Travel now, finishing off something after he's got that plate mail for a little bit of extra armor. Witch Doctor, he's got bots as well. How many sets of bots do we have on the Dire? We've got 2 right now, maybe a 3rd about to come out. Biko, what you doing? No, he's gonna start with that refresher orb. So he's got the 1 perseverance, just needs another one and the recipe. So he's about halfway there. He's got another 1,500 gold in the bank. We'll see if he wants to spend it or what. But either way, good job coming out from the Ember Spirit, cleaving down all them pesky mud golems. Rue the day that mud golems were match commune. And now the action is starting to slow down a little bit here. The Ember Spirit's kind of picking things up a little bit. He did die quite a few times early, but as of late he's been farming quite well. If we take a look at the net worth charts, it is the Bristleback sitting at the top at 16,000, and then it's the Ember Spirit neck and neck with him. Battlelancer's 3rd with 15,3. Then it's the Timbersaw actually with 15,000, sorry. Then Slardar with 14,000 on him. Enigma 13. Everybody is actually very farmed except for the poor Vengeful Spirit, who looks like going for a pipe, would be my guess. Which these Aqua Slams have certainly been a problem and something they've had to deal with. So now they'll be able to mitigate a lot of the damage coming out from them, which is always good to do. Curious that he didn't go. I almost wonder if instead of the Ag Scepter, if he had gotten a Veil, if it would have been a little bit better. Did everybody with the Veil get that 25% more damage, if that would have been more than that. But maybe you can always get Veil after he gets Refresher and go full caster Shaker. But either way, he's playing very well, so I'm not going to question it too much. We'll see if they're finally confident enough to take a fight outside of their base, though. As Slardar, he's Shadowbladed up, and he's got a Haste Rune. Maybe going forward, 6 seconds on his Silver Edge. They're pinging him out, though. I think they got an idea that he's up there. Gonna pop it again, trying to pick somebody off. Oh, if he finds this Bristleback, he's not gonna get noticed out, though. Unfortunately, not in range. Oh, just a little bit too late. If they had been able to get that pick off, I think it would have been high ground indeed for them. Bristleback is a significant amount of their farm, as well as what lets them fight both with his Crimson Guard as well as the Assault Kuros, providing that extra little bit of sustainability for everybody, helping up against the amp damage.
Dire's courier took a trip to the old
Enigma on the backside, getting the courier kill. Biko not able to get there in time, unfortunately, just short. And they're gonna, well, at least they didn't lose anything per se. It's just an empty crow. And the Rainbow TPs are heading back to the base. They're all gonna look to defend. They gotta keep everything off the tower. They almost need to just go like something like that, which I think is what they were pinging out. So I'm sure that's what we'll see coming up shortly. Witch Doctor's Death Ward at the ready. Acceptor, Glimmer Cape. Trying to figure out what he goes for next. I think maybe a BKB would probably be the best. That way there's no way to cancel it except for Black Hole and Swap. But Black Hole is a pretty expensive thing to use on a Witch Doctor. Definitely that's usually something you want to save for people that are a little harder to deal with. But either way, Shaker, he's got enough for the recipe, which maybe he'll buy next to see he can't hold another Perseverance. Buy the recipe and then buy the last 2 components of his the second Perseverance as he needs them. Bristleback's actually going to pick up a BKB of his own, so now he doesn't have to worry about the extra slime damage coming out. Can purge the app damage, as well as a lot of the damage coming out from the Timbersaw, who I'm curious as to why he didn't opt for the second Chakram. Didn't go Ags. We're deciding not to get that extra little bit of value here. We'll see though, they might be able to pick off this Enigma if he's not careful. They can rotate down onto him. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as the rest of his team was there looking to push it back. Timbersaw, Slardar waiting in the wings though. Timbersaw might be the one who gets initiated on. He's actually going to get blinked forward on. He does. I don't believe he got off the Lotus Orb there. He went down very quick. That might have been the Echo though. There were so many PL illusions. Unfortunately, Biko not gonna go for it. Slardar not willing to follow him up on that. Pinging it out, they gotta be careful here. Sardar's gonna pop the Shadow Blade, or sorry, Silver Edge. Now they're gonna force back here, so this is where they gotta be careful. Their mid lane's gonna get pushed in. Timbersaw is gonna be up in 60 seconds, and should be up just in time. Bigman's actually buying a Gem of True Sight. See any invis units going on there? I like the Guardian Greaves noise and animation, that's fun. That's good stuff. But where's this Vlad's coming up from? Oh, Earthshaker. He's gonna pause. He says he's lagging. Well, looks like these guys are having a little bit of unfortunate lag coming out here. They're gonna disconnect and reconnect, I'm assuming, hopefully just to fix the lag. But either way, I think the Enigma may be a little bit salty here about letting them try and clear up the lag, maybe. But you gotta advocate for yourself nonetheless, so not gonna hold it against him. He's got his double black hole. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to get off a decent one. What's he got? Looks like just a bunch of detections, some smokes coming up for them. Give me some time to eat some pizza, I guess. There you go. Well, at least these guys are doing alright in the patch. Hopefully Biko can reconnect shortly. Timbersaw is already back. We'll see what, just because I can. Do. Yeah, they're also, oh man. This guy is sitting at 1500 ping. What the hell is that? Is it consistent? No, he's spiked up. That was something special though. Maybe that's the other, is that the other caster? Is that what that is, I guess? I don't know. Nonetheless, where would that have been? Oh, should be reconnected just shortly, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully, neither of these teams are worried about the streams. The stream sniping, but I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do about it at this point. It only takes a moment unless you switch the overlay instantly. It's kind of one of those things where they can take a glance at the minimap. But I feel like the pause is just popping up, so we'll have to wait and see. PL's got that Vlad, so I guess that's a lot of lifesteal onto the Dragon Knight. Okay, so diving in deep, they need to somehow find the initiation on IV as a team. They can't initiate on 1 or 2 and then hope to win the fight. They need to initiate on like 3 or 4, get a good black hole, and then win the fight from there. The problem has been so much that they've been going in on getting a black hole in like 2, and then the Earthshaker is far enough away that he can get the fissure off and stun the Enigma, cancel it, because Enigma has not gone BKB. But if they can manage to get either the Earthshaker or the Timber, like get 2 or 3 of them, they should be able to bring him down. But either way, I think if he had gone to BKB, it would have been fine. What the Dire need to do is they just need to keep holding out. They've got a Chrysalis and 4,300 gold on their Ember Spirit, so they can. Well, they can buy a second Chrysalis if they want. They can finish off one Daedalus. Either way, I'm not sure what the numbers are on which would be better, but nonetheless, we'll see what they decide to do. They've got enough for buybacks, so let's just switch this to the buyback thing. We got one on Enigma and Earthshaker and the Witch Doctor, so we've got 3 on the side of IV. Should be enough. He's gonna go ahead and clear up the creep wave. Doing a nice job there. Slide through. Slardar is going to be Shadow Bladed up. He's got to be a little bit careful here. There's a gem on the Enigma. They probably haven't noticed it just yet. He's going to give him vision. PL's going to rush forward. Not going for him just yet. They do get the one illusion. Dragon Knight's going to pop his ulti and start hitting the melee racks. He's got to be a little bit careful here. Fissure is up. He's going to go for it. Gets the stun off on him. The Ember Spirit's going to Sleight of Fist through. Clears out some of the illusions. Glyph's going to come out. Oh, Crush. Oh, this splash damage off the auto attack coming off of the racks, doing a fair bit of work there. Actually going to get a stun and a follow-up stun onto the Slardar. This is going to be the initiation. Lots of BKBs pop. That's 3 coming up to the side of the Radiant. There's not a whole lot Biko can do, but the Death Ward, he's going to pop his Glimmer Cape and he's going to start channeling it. It's doing pretty good work. It's going to bring down 1. It brings down the PL, and somehow he's still alive. He got swapped out there. I thought he was the one who got first down, but no, that was the Phantom Lancer who got brought down. So far 2 down. There's 1. Oh, but the Fissure comes out from Biko and he does it again. He's got an Echo Time. He's going to walk in and gets another kill going their way. A double kill for the Timbersaw. And you get the both sets of racks here. There's only 1 buyback though. This Divine Rapier and go territory. Come on guys, you can do it. They can't hold out. They've got to just go for it. Coconut's going to come through. Witch Doctor's going to do his best here. But they need to just... This is the go big or go home kind of push right here. They can't sit here and try and farm up against Meg Creeps. If they never push out of their base, they won't be able to do anything. They need some serious money. Witch of Travel going to get picked up. Pop a Remnant, and he's going to travel out as well. So he's going to look to push. There's 2 buybacks ready. I think if you're Radiant, you just let them maybe take the tier 3, then see if they can, maybe even just let them take the racks. They've already got the mid lane, so it's not going to push against you that hard. Just kind of sack the racks. We'll see. Who's not coming in? That is the Witch Doctor. He's got another Death Ward coming through. They're going to send the buyback on the Enigma. He's got a Refresher Orb, though, if he needs a Black Hole. The Phantom Lancer and the Vengeful Spirit are here. No Echo Slam up on the Earthshaker. They're going to get this mid lane of racks, but that's the only thing they can do. They're going to have to back off after getting this as well, or else they're going to be risking losing a large fight. Enigma's going to go ahead. Oh, he hasn't blinked in yet. There's this Shadow Blade popped up on Slardar. Timbersaw's going to be the one who goes down. Slardar pumps his stun, but he's going to get brought down, so they lose 2, both of which have buyback. They do get most of the mid racks. They're going to buy back on the Timbersaw just because tier 4s are in trouble. But now they're looking for the Ember Spirit. He's going to get Dragon Tailed up and Malefist as well. He's going to get off one Sleight of Fist. The Death Ward starts to get channeled, but unfortunately does not last for long. He's going to Glimmer Cape, try and make his way out of there. He's got his heal going as well as his Magic Wand, but that's going to be it. All 3 do have buybacks here. They're going to go straight into the Roshan pit, I imagine, then look up to push up the bottom lane. This is where as big as all the other defenses are going to be, this one has to be even bigger coming out from IV. They need to get a solid Echo. They need to bring down the Enigma before he can get off that Black Hole. He's going to have 42 seconds until it's up. Maybe they push a little bit early. They're not going to go for the secure Roshan, not going to give them a chance to respawn. They're going to force the buybacks. We're going to see a triple buyback coming out here in just a moment. There's 1 from the Ember Spirit. Buy out a second Chrysalis, buddy. Might as well do it. Or actually, wonder if a Desolator wouldn't be better in this case, but regardless, he's not going to do it. Going to continue to slide forward, clearing out the creep wave, doing what he can. His buyback might have been enough, but Slardar bought back anyway. And doing what he can. Keeping him off the racks for now. Rassans, he never did finish up that Shiva's Guard, unfortunately. He's been sitting on a plate mail for a little bit now. They did go clear up Roshan, though, in the meantime. And, well, I'm going to look the pressure forward. What is that noise? That was a noise I'm used to. What is Orb? No. Regardless. Now is when they're going to look to go Biko. You got to sit on the backlines, buddy. He's got his Refresher Orb finish up. Actually going to blink forward, and they're going to get the stun off on him. He's just going to force that forward. Does he have buyback? He does not have it. He's got to be careful. He's going to get swapped in. He's going to get brought down before he can get off any of the echoes. Oh no, mistakes were made. He was their defense coming out. Now it's going to be Mega Creeps. Witch Doctor is going to be channeling his ward. He's going to get spotted out though. It's doing pretty good damage nonetheless. It's going to bring down the Vengeful Spirit before it gets cancelled. There's the Ember Spirit doing what he can. They're going to look to bring down the Dragon Knight. They do lose to Witch Doctor. So far they've gotten 3. Now they're looking for the PL. He's going to pop, I believe, the cheese. And, you know, he might get brought down No, it's going to be... A just gets popped. Starter's going forward. He needs a crush. He's going to be able to get it as well. And Timbersaw forward. He's going to get a triple kill. Now it's the Bristleback. He's trying to TP out. Coconut is going to be there. It does cancel the TP, but now you got to bring him down. But unfortunately, they're mega creeps. They need to go spend their money. They need to force down mid. There's not a whole lot they can do, unfortunately. They may have made all the defenses they needed, but the Raxes were just slowly chipped down. Unfortunately, not healing up. And now it's going to be... They're pinging it out. They're going to go. They've all got bots, I believe. Well, at least they've got the Ember Spirit that can cleave through the Mega Creeps coming up the mid lane. Hopefully, Timbersaw can hold off the ones from the side lane until he can TP in. Slaughter, I'm not sure if he'll be able to. He should almost go by a Vlad's right now. Just for a little bit of help. But it's going to be pretty rough for him. I don't think they're going to be able to make the push in time. There's a Daedalus recipe coming out for the Ember Spirit. Where's the courier though? Oh, the courier is dead? I didn't even see when it died. So, a little bit unfortunate nonetheless. Gonna pop the Flame Guard, taking a lot of damage from these Mega Creeps, but I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough of a push. Starter does go pick up that Vlad's though, and Vengeful Spirit buys 1,000,000 wards. Jesus. They're doing what they can. Trying to bring down the Rash. Nice dodge coming up from the Ember Spirit. He's still hitting the racks. Unfortunately, he might be going down. He is gonna drop out. And he's got no buyback. There's going to be a... Oh, no. He's dead. Yeah, he tried. Glimmer Cape, not strong enough for the Witch Doctor. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make it out there. But Timbersaw is going to do what he can. They do have... They can try the Mega Creeps defense, but I think it's going to be a downward spiral. A couple of pairs of Bits of Travels into Scotty picked up by the Dragon Knight. So, just continuing to tank up. Earthshaker, he's tried his best, just unfortunately in that last fight he was too far forward. He got picked off before the fight really began. He couldn't get in there after an echo. He had to wait out the BKBs before he could, but he was trying to get a good fissure block, but got spotted out, blinked on by the Enigma, and from there the fight was just over. But they're going to be able to spot him out. He gets a stun off. He's going to look for the Enigma. Where's the Earthshaker? He's sitting way far back. He's going to go for the fissure onto some Mega Creeps. He force snaps away, blinks again. Now he's going to look to try and get it. Maybe, maybe not. The Black Ball's going to come out. So far, Enigma, he's still alive. But is he going to go down? Looks like he is going to go down. Earthshaker, he's dropping on the backside though to the PL. He's going to get chewed down by all the illusions. And that's going to be the end of the game, unfortunately. GG, well played indeed. And, well, game one of the best of two match is done. Very impressive for both teams. And I'm excited for the next one. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the cast, feel free to hit that follow button or follow me on Twitter. Of course, it's all just at WolfDota, and I appreciate the support, and we'll be back shortly with game number 2.